Hello everybody, MorbTron here. Today is November 5th, 2019, which makes it a Tuesday and a reset day. And Lord Saladin has brought back the Iron Banner again this week already for Season 8. But before we get into that, there is a very, very important and massive hotfix coming this Thursday, not today, that needed to be aware of before doing any Pinnacle activities. So, let's use my gear as an example. Right now, if I hover over my power, I'm 951 plus 15. So any Pinnacle activity is going to take that 951 into consideration. And let's say I do the new Garden of Salvation raid. I do the Iron Banner bounties. Those are Pinnacle activities, you know, the Master Nightfall, that sort of thing, or 100k Nightfall. Any gear that I get is going to be 952 before this hotfix, because any Pinnacle gear is just a +1. Which can lead to situations where, let's say, all of my gear is at 951, except for my boots, let's say. So let's say my boots are 950, and I don't have any other means of getting a Pinnacle gear for that week, and I just don't get boots. I'm stuck at getting 951s no matter what, until I get a pair of boots that are 951. So that way, my Guardian's power is at 951 exactly, and then I can move on to getting 952s. And that's actually what happened to me, and why I'm only at 951 after doing Pinnacle activity after Pinnacle activity. But after Thursday, what's going to happen is any Pinnacle gear drop is going to be a +2. So instead of, let's say you're at 950, you do a Pinnacle activity, any piece of Pinnacle gear is going to drop at 952. Or in my situation, since I'm at 951, any piece of Pinnacle gear is going to drop at 953. And what that does for you is you have 8 gear slots, technically 9, but you have 8 gear slots where power matters. So if you have 4, this is the way that Bungie has this weighted, by the way. They said this in This Week at Bungie when they announced this switcheroo. If you get 4 pieces that are up 2, your gear level, so let's say I'm at 951 right now, I get 4 pieces of 953 gear, my average rating will go up to 952, and then I'll start seeing 954 drops from Pinnacle gear. So that way it kind of gets a protection against being stuck behind with only 1 piece of gear that's not getting an upgrade, that sort of thing. And then once your average goes up, let's say, I get mine up to 952 here on Thursday, any powerful rewards are going to start dropping at 952 as well. So powerfuls will always drop at your current level, and any Pinnacles are going to be a +2 once you hit 950. Now, personally, I'm going to wait until Thursday to do any Pinnacle activities, but I'm not going to wait to do any of the regular activities, at least on my other characters. On my Titan, I might hold off until Thursday to do anything of meaning on my Titan, but on my Warlock and my Hunter, I don't care. I'm just going to play the game. But on your main, or if you really, really care about power level, I would say wait until Thursday to play any Pinnacle activities. And if you worry about the catch-up mechanic and not having powerfuls, just hold off on those two. Might as well. You have other characters to play, or it's 2 days off of Destiny. Whatever you want to do. Other than that, news in the tower. Ava Levante is still here. We still got the Halloween event going strong. You can still get your masks. You can still get this auto rifle that I plan on reviewing here shortly, because I got a very crispy roll on it. If you can see it right here. It's very good. I enjoy this auto rifle. I'm going to make a review on it later because it's an auto rifle that I actually like. Every time I review an auto rifle recently, it seems that I don't like it. And then the video gets flamed because I don't like somebody's favorite auto rifle. But I have a new favorite auto rifle. That's a Braytech Werewolf. So I'll be reviewing that later. Other news throughout the solar system before we get to Eververse shenanigans. Let's see here, the flashpoint is on Titan, so there you go. Of course, here down on the bottom we have Iron Banner, but we still have momentum control if people are looking to finish out their scout rifle kills. I know I'm still doing that. I'm at a little over 50%, but man, momentum control is it's a tough one. I don't like it, but I'm forced to play it because I want to get my scout kills, and I'd rather use the scout and momentum control, because 150s are one shot. Shot. I said shot. One shot kill. Yeah. Anyway. And then over here we have Countdown, but nobody's going to play that because Countdown is garbage. And then, like I said at the bottom, we have Iron Banner. As far as the Nightfall goes, the Ordeal is Strange Terrain, so we'll be taking down Nokris. Now, his unique modifier is incoming solar and environmental damage is increased, so keep that in mind. And anything legend and on your equipment is locked. You have unstoppable champions. I can't talk today. And barrier champions. And anytime you defeat an acolyte, it spawns a little fire pool. They don't hurt that bad. Just don't stand in the fire. It's pretty simple. It's been a video game rule of thumb for now, forever. And on Master, you have Togetherness. So base health regen is reduced. If another player is near, health regen is increased. So stick next to your friends, I guess. And regular Nightfalls, we have Tree of Probabilities, which gives you the Year 1 Legendary Hand Cannon and DFA. It's pretty good, but it can't have Year 2 and beyond armor or weapon mods on it, so and it also doesn't have random rolls, even though it does have a good roll on it, so it's good. And we also have Will of the Thousands, which gives you the exotic transmat effect that gives you the effect of being thrown up out of Zul's mouth, so that's cool. And then we have Broodhold as the other Nightfall this week, and there's still nothing unique that drops out of Broodhold. So I don't know why you do it unless you just want to farm it and see what happens. I don't know. That's that. And in other news, on the moon, it's still just the moon. There's no new difficulty for nightmare hunts, even though there is another difficulty that's been data mined, but can't trust data mines. You never know. We might get it, we might not. Masters are pretty hard now since they kind of rescaled everything last week. And, other things from that hotfix that are coming for next Thursday. The Izanagi's quest will finally be fixed, so if you have not gotten Izanagi's Burden, you can get that now, well, on Thursday. So, it's the best weapon for damage in the new Garden of Salvation raid. It's just really good overall, so if you don't have it, and you haven't been able to get it, and you've been kicking yourself in the butt because you didn't get it last time you were able to get it, now you can. So don't worry about it, or at least on Thursday. Also, there is a fix to Xenophage coming, because Xenophage's damage is garbage, and Bungie knows it, so they're going to fix it. The low damage was unintended, so they're going to fix it. That is good, because Xenophage is a pretty neat weapon, and I want it to be useful. Moving on to Eververse stuff, we have a new weapon ornament for Risk Runner. Maybe I just didn't notice this. It's called Third Rail. Looks pretty neat, I guess. Looks like Risk Runner, except it's like carbon fiber, black, and a little bit of red thrown in there. So that's pretty neato burrito, I guess. Yeah, stuff for sale for Bright Dust this week. We have the Desmodus ship, which looks like a ship with like a pterodactyl skeleton painted on it. I don't think it's worth spending the Bright Dust on, but somebody will probably think otherwise and spend the 2,000 Bright Dust on it. We have shaders this week. The Basalt Toxic, which I really wish that that teal color was on Titans instead of that green color. So I'm a big fan of teal, but oh well, can't win them all, I guess. And we have Shadow Strike as well. This is last year's, I think, shader for collecting all of the masks, which I never did because that seemed tedious, and it was, so I didn't do it. Other things for Bright Dust, we have the Tombstone emote, which is it's a lot of Bright Dust. It's 3,250 Bright Dust, but I'll probably buy it. And then we have the Broom Swept Night Sparrow. I'm up in the air about buying this one. My Guardian riding around on a broomstick doesn't really interest me at all. I probably won't buy that, but I'm sure you'll see a lot of people riding around on it now. And that's basically it. We have two, I guess, ghost shells if you're interested in them. The Jacko shell is probably the most interesting out of them. It's pretty neat. It's a public defender shell, so it's pretty useless, but it looks cool. And then we have the Jensum Relic shell which is a speed demon shell, which is a little bit more useful than a public defender shell, but it doesn't look as cool. So there's that. And then everything else from seasonal and the event is still the same as it was last week, because it's still the same stuff. Still the same season, still the same holiday event. So there you go. That is going to be it for this week's reset video. If I got anything, put it in the comment section and I'll put it in a pinned comment. But if you want to show your support for this video, hit the like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. But do not forget to have a good day, everybody. And I will catch you all next time.